Let us continue. Carboxylic acids and its derivatives. In that we will take acid halides. In that we will take Curtius rearrangement. We are taking a Curtius rearrangement. We will take in the Curtius rearrangement. In the Curtius rearrangement, one reagent we are using what in the sense sodium azide. Sodium azide we are using. That sodium azide will take Na plus N3 minus. This N3 minus will give N3 will give 3N will give like this. This from hydrozoic acid also we can say. Hydrozoic acid means like this will take. Now hydrogen is having 1 electron, nitrogen is having 5 electrons. So the 5 electrons in the outer shell that we will write in the form of dot. 5 electrons we will write in the form of dots like this. Then we will give the bonding. We will give here hydrogen makes 1 bond, nitrogen makes here 2 bonds, here 1 bond, here dative bond. Okay. Now this we will write it as a like this HN, here lone pair, double bond N, lone pair, double bond N, lone pair, here positive charge, here negative charge. Like this we have written. Okay. So next we will shift this bond here. We will shift this bond here. Then we will write here nitrogen is having 2 lone pairs, negative charge, double bond N, negative charge, double bond N, positive charge. Okay. So we have written like this. Here we can do this one in another manner also. If this nitrogen is making dative bond, then how it will be there? Like this we will write it. Now this nitrogen is making dative bond. Okay, like this we will write. Then how the charges will be there, that we will see. So now here normal bond, here positive charge we have to write, here we have to write negative charge. Correct? So in that manner we will change here also. So here N plus, here negative charge. Okay, this is called what in the sense N3 minus azide ion. Okay, N3 minus azide ion is this one. Okay, this N3 minus we will take for Curtius rearrangement with acid halide. So acid halide we are taking RCOCl. RCOCl we have taken. We will take azide. Azide we will take. We are taking azide. We have taken. So now this azide is attacking. It is attacking this. This bond is migrating. Okay, that bond is migrating. So what we will get? We will see RCO minus N3 minus. Okay, this here. This is called acid azide. Acid azide we will call. This is acid azide. Chloride also is there. Therefore, we have to remove Cl minus. Then we will say acid halide. We will say. So now this lone pair becomes pi bond. Cl minus is leaving. Cl minus is leaving. So we will get RCO N3 we will get RCON3. It is called acid azide. It is called acid azide, we can say. Now we will take a acid azide we have taken. Now we will take non-polar solvent. Okay, like this is there. Next next we will write this one like this. This lone pair is shifting as pi bond. This pi bond is shifting here. So we will get or C double bond O. This N is having 2 lone pairs. So negative charge. Single bond N plus triple bond N having lone pair. Okay. Like this we have taken. Sir, okay. Next step we'll see. Next step, what we are doing in the sense, we are taking this one in the non-polar solvent. We are taking this one in the non-polar solvent. Non-polar solvent example is what in the sense benzene. It is heated. So what happens means this R takes the bond and comes and attacks this N. Comes and attacks this N. No, and that migration we'll see later. This migration we'll see later. Now from here N2 is removed. N2 is removed, so we'll get RCON. RCON. Now this N is having one bond and two lone pairs. Therefore, this valence shell is having 6 electrons. Therefore, it is called nitrene. Nitrene intermediate we got. This RCO is called acyl. Therefore, acyl nitrene we are getting. Next step is what happens in the sense R group is taking the bond pair and migrating as R minus to here. Lone pair is migrating here. So we will get a O double bond C double bond N R. So it is called what in the sense isocyanate. Isocyanate. Isocyanate we are getting. This undergoes hydrolysis. This undergoes hydrolysis. Okay, isocyanate is undergoing hydrolysis. How that hydrolysis will be there, we will see. This bond is breaking. Here H plus, here OH minus. This bond is breaking. It is H plus, it is OH minus. Therefore, we are getting RNH2. Then carbonic acid. Carbonic acid, we will write it as CO2 and water. So we are getting RNH2. So this acid halide, in this acid halide on Cartesian rearrangement, R is taking NH2 and become RNH2. Okay. In the acid halide, this R is combining with NH2 and become RNH2 in the Cartesian rearrangement. Here what we are taking in the sense sodium azide we are taking. Sodium azide we are taking here. Okay. So next we will see acid anhydrides. We'll see acid anhydrides. Now we are going for acid anhydride. Acid anhydride. Okay. What we will take in the sense, for example, carboxylic acid will take, for example, acetic acid will take. This acetic acid will take in the quartz tube. Acetic acid we are taking in the quartz tube. Porcelain chips we will add. Porcelain chips we are adding. What is the temperature means 1073 Kelvin. It is heated. It is going for dehydration. It is going for dehydration. Acetic acid we are writing 2 times. Acetic acid we have written 2 times. Now we will round off water. So water is removed. Water is removed in the sense remaining is what in the sense acetic anhydride. Remaining is acetic anhydride. Okay. So remaining is acid anhydride we are getting. So next acetic acid is treated with P2O5, phosphorus pentoxide. What we will get means acetic anhydride we will get. Acetic anhydride we will get. Okay. So P2O5 is the dehydrating agent. P2O5 is the dehydrating agent. Okay. Then properties we will see. Acetic anhydride on treating with water. Acetic anhydride on treating with water we will get back carboxylic acid. Anhydride on treating with water will get back carboxylic acid. Then this acetic anhydride we will treat with alcohol. We will treat with alcohol. What product we will get, we will see. So alcohol, oxygen is having lone pair. This lone pair is attacking here. So this bond pair is shifting like this. So what we will get in the sense CH3CO minus is leaving. CH3CO minus is leaving. So what we will get in the sense C2H5OH. This having positive charge. COCH3. Okay. Now from here H plus will be removed. So what we are getting means C2H5O COCH3. We are getting ester. Okay. we are getting ester is the product. So anhydride on treating with alcohol, we are getting ester. Like how carboxylic acid reacting with alcohol to give ester, like that only here also. Okay. Then anhydride reaction with ammonia. Anhydride with ammonia reaction. So acetic anhydride will take, this acetic anhydride is treated with what in the sense ammonia. Treated with ammonia, what is the reaction takes place, we'll see. Now lone pair is attacking carbonyl carbon. So what happens means this bond shifting, so that this will become acetic acid. That will become acetic acid. Remaining is what in the sense CH3 CO NH2. Amide we are getting. We are getting what in the sense, we are getting amide. Okay. Instead of this, suppose instead of ammonia, if we take C6H5NH2, C6H5NH2, if we take what you will get means instead of one nitrogen, you write C6H5. So CH3, C11O, NH, C6H5. Okay, like this you will write. So it is secondary amide, it is primary amide. It is what in the sense primary amide, it is what in the sense secondary amide, we can say. Then acetic anhydride is taken for reduction. Acetic anhydride we are taken for reduction. Reducing agent is lithium aluminum hydride. Solvent is ether. So it is taken for reduction. What is the product we will get? We will see. Now aluminum hydride, we will write it as AlH4 minus. Aluminum hydride AlH4 minus we are writing. Now this H minus is attacking this one. This is shifting. Okay. Then that is shifting. So we will get CH3 CHO. CHO. This is what in the sense acetate ion. Acetate ion. Okay. Acetate ion. This undergoes further reduction to give ethanol, ethyl alcohol. This also on reduction gives ethanol. Okay, ethanol. So that acetic anhydride on reduction with lithium aluminum hydride gives final product what in the sense ethyl alcohol, primary alcohol we are getting. Okay. Next, anhydride with dry HCl will take. Dry HCl, what is the reaction? We'll see. Anhydride will take anhydride with the dry HCl. HCl will take like this. HCl we have taken like this. So what is the product? We will see. So now it is attacking here. It is attacking, this bond is shifting. Now the bond shift takes place like this. Okay. So this O minus takes H plus and becomes acetic acid. Acetic acid. This Cl minus attacking this and becomes CH3 COCl. Okay. So we are getting acid chloride and acid we are getting. Okay. Next we will go for esters. Next we will go for esters. Now we will take a ester. We will take ester. We are taking ester. This reaction with the lithium aluminum hydride, otherwise ethanol and sodium. Ethanol and sodium. Okay. Lithium aluminum hydride is the reducing agent. Therefore, it will give H minus. Lithium aluminum hydride will take like this. Aluminum hydride we are taking like this. So this H minus is attacking here. Okay. Therefore, this is shifting. So what we will get in the sense R CHO and R dash O minus. This on further reduction gives RCH2OH. RCH2H. This will take H plus and becomes ROH, alcohol. Okay, alcohol we can say. Therefore, this ester on reduction with the lithium aluminum hydride gives what in the sense finally alcohol it gives. Sir, now we will change the reducing agent. Instead of lithium aluminum hydride, we can take hydrogen plus copper chromate we can take. Copper chromate formula is this one. This is a copper chromate we can say. It is a copper chromate. CuO.Cr2O3 is called copper chromate we can say. Instead of lithium aluminum hydride, we can take this reducing agent. We will get the same product. In that there is no change. Okay, next reaction we'll see. We will take ester. We are taking ester. We are taking ester. This is treated with what in the sense PCl5. It is treated with PCl5. What is the product? We'll see. Now, here we can break the bond like this. Here one Cl, here one Cl, here PCl3. Then it will become RCOCl. This is POCl3. This is what in the sense R dash Cl. Okay, like this we'll get. Set. Next we will see Rifar-Metzger reaction. Next we are seeing Rifar-Metzger reaction. Rifar-Metzger reaction. In the Rifar-Metzger reaction, we have to take alpha bromoester. Alpha bromoester. We'll take alpha bromoester. That alpha bromoester will write like this. Alpha bromoester is this one. Okay. This is what in the sense this is ester group. COO is ester group. This is alpha carbon. This alpha carbon is having halogen. Therefore, alpha haloester, alpha bromoester we can say. It is treated with what in the sense zinc. It is treated with a zinc. So what happens means zinc is donating 2 electrons and becomes Zn2 plus. This 2 electrons, this 2 electrons attacking this carbon. This Br is leaving. Then C becomes C minus. C minus is attacking Zn2 plus. Okay. Therefore, what we will get in the sense Br, Zn, CH2, CH2, C double bond O, OET. Okay. Now you see that zinc is giving 2 electrons attacking carbon. Br is leaving as Br minus. This C is getting 2 electrons. Therefore, C minus attacking Zn2 plus. So C minus is making bond with Zn2 plus. Therefore, Zn2 plus become plus 1. That plus 1 will be balanced by Br minus. Therefore, we got like this. Okay. This is called a organometallic compound. Next, this organometallic compound is treated with carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound we are taking, for example, acetone we are taking. We have taken what carbonyl compound in the sense acetone we have taken. Now, how the bond shift takes place? You see, this bond is shifting to the carbon. So this C minus is attacking this carbonyl carbon. This bond is shifting to O. O becomes O minus. Minus charge attacking this zinc. So we will get a MEC, Me. Here this O will bond with ZnBr. Here what will come in the sense this CH2 COOET. Okay, comes here. So we are getting this. It is going for hydrolysis in the presence of acid. It is going for hydrolysis in the presence of acid. So where hydrolysis takes place? At which place in the sense? At this place. Here H plus is attacking. Here OH minus is attacking. So we are getting what in the sense? This MEC, Me. It is OH. This what in the sense? CH2 COOET. Okay. This is removed. ZnOHBr is removed. ZnOHBr is removed. It is what in the sense this COO is called ester. COO is called ester. This is alpha carbon. It is beta carbon. Beta carbon is having OH group. Therefore, beta hydroxy ester. So we are getting beta hydroxy ester in this reaction. This reaction is called Rifar-Metzger reaction. In the Rifar-Metzger reaction, what we are taking in the sense alpha bromoester we are taking. In the Rifar-Metzger reaction, we are taking alpha bromoester. What we are getting in the sense beta hydroxy ester we are getting. We are getting beta hydroxy ester. Okay, next reaction we'll see Dieckmann reaction. We are going for Dieckmann reaction. Dieckmann reaction. In the Dieckmann reaction, what we are taking in the sense diester we are taking. We are taking diester. This diester is treated with sodium and ethanol. Sodium and ethanol in the presence of ethoxide. Otherwise, we will write sodium plus ethanol will take. Otherwise, sodium ethoxide will take. Okay, because sodium reacting with ethanol to give sodium ethoxide. So you take anyone. Then taken for hydrolysis. Then on heating, what it gives in the sense cyclic ketone. It gives cyclic ketone. So we'll take one example. We'll take a CH2 COOH. Then CH2 COH. It is called dicarboxylic acid. This dicarboxylic acid name is called adipic acid. This dicarboxylic acid name is called adipic acid. This dicarboxylic acid we will take in the form of ester. So that carboxylic hydrogen will be replaced by alkyl group. Now it is becoming ester. So what ester? In the sense, this ester is prepared from adipic acid. Therefore, it is called adipic ester. This adipic ester we have taken. Now we will take for this Dieckmann reaction. What is the product we will get? That we will see. Now we are taking first, we will treat with the ethoxide. Ethoxide is acting as a base. Therefore, it is subtracting. Therefore, it is subtracting alpha hydrogen. It is subtracting alpha hydrogen. So what is alpha hydrogen? We'll see. This alpha hydrogen, it is subtracting this ethoxide. This ethoxide is subtracting this alpha hydrogen, okay, and becomes ethanol. Becomes ethanol. So what is the rest? In the sense, CH2, CH minus, here COOET, here CH2, CH2, COOET, okay. We got what? In the sense, we got carbanion, we got carbanion. Next what happens? We will see. Next step we will go. Here we are changing something here like this, we are writing. Next what happens means, this carbanion, this this lone pair is attacking this, lone pair is attacking this one. Therefore what we will get, we will see. So therefore this bond is migrating. So we will get CH2, CH2, 3 CH2 groups are there. This now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 atoms will take, 5 carbon atoms. Okay, 5 carbon atoms we are taking. This CO minus, this CO minus, here 3 lone pairs will be there. This OET will take, that OET. Then this C minus is attacking this C. Therefore it is neighbor. This C minus is having COET. That COET we will write. That COET we have written. Okay. Next step, COET we have written. Next step we will see. Next step what happens means, this lone pair is making a pi bond. This bond is leaving. So ETO minus is leaving. So ETO minus is leaving in the sense we will get here double bond O. Here COOET. COOET we got. Okay. Next this we will take for hydrolysis. This we have to take for hydrolysis. Ester undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of acid to give carboxylic acid. Ester on hydrolysis gives carboxylic acid, we can say. Therefore carboxylic acid we got. This will be removed as ethanol. Okay. Then this is called beta keto acid. It is called what means beta keto acid. This on heating what happens means decarboxylation takes place. Therefore this CO2 will be removed. This CO2 will be removed. Therefore we will get what? In the sense cyclopentanone. Cyclopentanone. Beta keto acid on decarboxylation gives ketone. Beta keto acid on decarboxylation gives ketone. Okay. Beta keto acid undergoes decarboxylation on heating. So what is the reactant? You see, reactant is adipic ester. In the adipic ester, in the carboxylate part, how many carbons are there? 6 carbons are there. That is converted into 5 carbons ketone in the Dieckmann reaction. Okay. Sorry. We will see the example for this one. We'll see. We will take now one acid, dicarboxylic acid. We will take. What is the dicarboxylic acid we are taking? In the sense this one. This is the dicarboxylic acid we have taken. This dicarboxylic acid name is pimelic acid. Pimelic acid. This we will convert into ester. So this H we will replace by alkyl group. Then acid will be replaced. So here replaced by alkyl group. Now it is called pimelic ester. It is taken for a Dieckmann reaction. Dieckmann reaction means what is the product? We will see. So Dieckmann reaction means you remove one ester group. Okay, remove one ester group and in another ester group you make that is as a ketone like this. This is the product. So how many members? How many atoms are there? See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 membered ring you will get. So cyclohexanone is a product. So we are getting a cyclohexanone is a product, we can say. Next here, one more CH2 we will include. If we include one more CH2, we will get what? Carboxylic acid we will see. So one CH2 group we are introducing. Okay, now this is called subbaric acid. Subbaric acid. Now we will make this is as a ester. So H hydrogen will replace by alkyl group. So now we can say it is as a subbaric ester. We will say we will take this for Dieckmann reaction. Dieckmann reaction in the sense what we have to do means one ester we have to remove. In another ester we have to make, that is as a ketone. It is 7 atoms are there. So we will get a 7-membered ring. 7-membered ring we are getting. Okay. So and so ester we are getting here. So next we will go for amides. Next we are going for amides. In the amides, if you see formamide is liquid. Formamide is a liquid. Rest of the amides are solids. Formamide is a liquid. Rest of the amides are solids. We can take. Okay. Next reactions we will see. Amide we are taking RCO NH2. It is treated with a dehydrating agent and it is heated. What we are getting here in the sense dehydrating agent will remove water. So we are getting a cyanide. So amide, this primary amide on heating with the P2O5 we are getting cyanide. Then this primary amide will take. This primary amide is taken for reaction with the nitrous acid. Nitrous acid in the sense NH2 group will convert into diazonium. NO2 group will convert into diazonium. NO2 group is converting into diazonium. Then this diazonium is unstable, therefore it will react with water. It is reacting with water. Water oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. Now this is attacking here. N2 is leaving. So N2 leaves. So we will get RCO OH2 plus we are getting. From here H plus is leaving. So we are getting a carboxylic acid. We are getting what in the sense carboxylic acid we are getting. Okay. So amide with HNO2 gives carboxylic acid. So this amide on treating with HNO2, what happens means this RCO part is converting into carboxylic acid part. Okay. Next we'll take amide. Amide is taken for reduction. So we'll take amide RCONH2. Now we will take reducing agent. Reducing agent will take lithium aluminum hydride. Otherwise sodium in ethanol we will take. Okay. Now this is a reducing agent. What is the reaction? We'll see. This H minus attacks which one in the sense attacks this. This bond is migrating. Then what happens means similarly another H minus is attacking. This O is removed as water. So it is becoming RCH2 NH2. O is removed as water. Okay. So now you see that here what happens means this amide on reduction with the lithium aluminum hydride or sodium and ethanol, this CO group is converting into methylene group. Okay. CO group is converting into methylene group on reduction. Okay. Next we will see Hoffman bromamide degradation. Hoffman bromamide degradation will take in the Hoffman bromamide degradation. Here what we have to take in the sense primary amide we have to take. Primary amide. This is treated with what in the sense bromine and alkaline. On heating, what we will get in the sense RNH2 will get. CO group will be dropped. So what is the mechanism involved in it, that we will see. So now we will take amide RCONH2 will take. We are taking RCONH2. First base is attacking. Base OH minus is attacking this. OH minus is abstracting proton. OH minus is abstracting proton here and becoming water. So water is removed. So what we are getting in the sense RCONH will get RCO NH we are getting. Then bromine is coming. Bromine is coming for reaction. Bromine is having 3 lone pairs of each atom. Now bromine is having vacant orbital. Vacant orbital is there. Therefore, this nitrogen is attacking vacant orbital. This is leaving. Br minus is leaving. So we will get RCO. We are getting RCO, NH, NHBr we are getting NHBr. Next step is again OH minus is coming and abstracting proton. OH minus is coming and abstracting proton now. So OH minus is abstracting proton. This bond pair is shifting as a lone pair. So we'll get RCO. RCO N is having 2 lone pairs, negative charge, Br will be there. Okay, like this we'll get. Next step is what in the sense Br is leaving as Br minus. Br minus is leaving. This is a slow step. It is a rate determining step because sigma bond is breaking. Now RCO N is having 2 lone pairs. This is called nitrine. This RCO is called acyl group. Therefore, acyl nitrine. It is what in the sense acyl nitrine we can say. Next step, this R is taking the bond and attacking this N. This lone pair is shifting as pi bond. So we will get so and so we will get isocyanate. We are getting what in the sense isocyanate. This step is called rearrangement. We can say here configuration is retention of configuration. That means this configuration of R is not changing. Configuration of R is not changing. Therefore, retention of configuration will say retention of configuration because configuration of R is not changing. This like this step is called rearrangement. We can say. Then this is taken for hydrolysis. We are getting a amine. We are getting amine. Okay. Therefore, it is called Hofmann bromomide degradation. So, in the Hofmann bromomide degradation, what is a reactant in the sense RCONH2 is a reactant. What is a product in the sense RNH2 is a product. RNH2 is a product we can say. Okay. Next we will go for a next rearrangement, Loosen rearrangement. Next we are going for Loosen rearrangement. In the Loosen rearrangement, we are taking hydroxamic acid. We are taking what in the sense hydroxamic acid we are taking. We are taking a hydroxamic acid. Hydroxamic acid we are taking. This is treated with what in the sense OH minus. Hydroxamic acid we are treating with what in the sense OH minus. So now what is the reaction we'll see. This OH minus this OH minus is abstracting proton and water is leaving. This bond pair is shifting as lone pair. So we are getting a now this N minus OH. Okay. Then next step is removal of OH minus. Removal of OH minus. This bond is shifting. OH minus is leaving. So we are getting acyl nitrine. We are getting acyl nitrine. Then acyl nitrine we are getting. Next rearrangement takes place. Next step is rearrangement. Rearrangement in the sense isocyanate we are getting. This isocyanate on hydrolysis gives RNH2. Okay, this is called a Loosen rearrangement. So hydroxamic acid we are taking. This hydroxamic acid we are treating with OH minus. OH minus is abstracting proton. Water is leaving. So we are getting this N is getting a negative charge. From here OH minus is leaving. Leaving OH minus in the sense it is not easy process. Therefore it is slow step. Therefore it is a rate determining step. So we are getting acyl nitrine. This acyl nitrine undergoes a rearrangement. Isocyanate we are getting. This on hydrolysis we are getting what in the sense amine we are getting. We are getting a amine. We are getting what in the sense amine we are getting. Okay. So this is about acids, carboxylic acids and its derivatives. Okay. Next we will go for isomerism. We will